Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Jaya Jagannath Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Hey Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gaur Premanande जो हम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय इस्कॉन प्रतिष्ठाता आचार्य शिल प्रभुपाद की जय जय हम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचल दास ठाकुर की जय ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 9, text 13 and 14. Text 13 doesn't have its purpose, so just I'll read the text and translation and then we'll go to text 14. तस्य ह देवमुक्तस्य पशो पदवीं तदनुचरा परिधावन्तो निशीतसमये तमसावृतायां मनदिगतपसव आकस्मिकेन विधिना केदारान् विरासनेन मृगवराहादिभ्यः संरक्षमाणमन्गिर प्रवरसुत पश्यन् सुतं पश्यन् translation the leader of the dacoits captured a man animal for sacrifice but he escaped and the leader ordered his followers to find him. They ran in different directions but could not find him, wandering here and there in the middle of the night, covered by dense darkness. They came to a paddy field where they saw the exalted son of the Angira family, Jada Bharata, who was sitting in an elevated place guarding the field against the attacks of deer and wild pigs. Text 40. अथत एन एनमनवद्यल क्षणमवमृश्य भर्तृकर्मनिष्पतिं मन्यमाना बद्ध्वा रसनया चंडिका गृहमुपनिर्युर्मुदा विकसितवदना. It is not in the rims, just like the so anybody wants to read? अतत अतत एन मनवद्य लक्षण मवमृश्य भर्तकर्म निष्पतिं मन्यमाना बद्ध्वा रसनया चंडिका ग्रहमुप निर्मुदा विकसित वदना. अत त एन मनवद्य लक्षण मवमृश्य भर्तकर्म निष्पतिं मन्यमाना बद्ध्वा रसनया चंडिका ग्रह मुपर निर्युर्मुदा विकसित वदना. Word to word meaning. Atha, thereafter, they, the servants of the leader of the dacoits, enam, this, Jada Bharata, anvadaya lakshanam, as being the characteristic of all dull animal because of a fat body like a bull's and because of being deaf and dumb. Avam Brishya, recognizing Bhartrakarma Nispattim, the accomplishment of their masterwork. Manyamanah, understanding. Badva, binding tightly. Rasanaya, with ropes. Chandika Graham, to the temples of goddess Kali. Upaniyuha, brought. Muda, with great happiness. Muda. Vikasita Vadanaha, with bright faces. Translation. The followers and servants of the translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation and purport. The followers and servants of the dacoit chief considered Jad Bharata to possess qualities quite suitable for a man animal, and they decided that he was a perfect choice for sacrifice. Their faces bright with happiness, they bound him with ropes and brought him to the temple of the goddess Kali. Purport. In some parts of India, animalistic men are still sacrificed before the goddess Kali. However, such a sacrifice only performed by Sudras and dacoits. Their business is to plunder the wealthy and to become successful. They offer an animalistic man before the goddess Kali. Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Radha Madan Mohan ji ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. It should be noted that they never sacrifice an intelligent man before the goddess. In the body of a Brahmana, Bharat Maharaj appeared deaf and dumb. Yet he was the most intelligent man in the world nonetheless, being completely surrendered unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He remained in that condition and did not protest being brought before the deity for slaughter. As we have learned from the previous verses, he was very strong and could have very easily avoided being bound with ropes, but he did not do anything. He simply depended on the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his protection. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur described surrender unto the Supreme Lord in this way. Maro bira kobi yo icha tuar nitya dasa prati tua adhika. My Lord, I am now surrendered unto you. I am your eternal servant. And if you like, you can kill me. Or if you like, you can protect me. In any case, I am fully surrendered. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalaakaya Chakchurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं हरे कृष्ण। Taking the blessings of all Vaishnavas and as a service for pleasure of all Vaishnavas, Purvacharya, Lordship. Just I would like to speak on this, whatever I heard, learned from the seniors. Please forgive me for it. So we see here it is a Jada Bharat about it speak, and see how Bharat Maharaj fell down to become animal deer, and from that deer life he became Jada Bharat. He born in a family of Brahmana, and now his name is given as Jada Bharat. Earlier he was Bharat Maharaj, and then became a deer, and now he's Jada. Same person, and here, and Bharat Maharaj ruled the entire kingdom of the world, and this Bharatvarsh name came after his name. So we can see here one side Sudras are there, dacoits, and his servants are. Now how his life is going on in as Jada Bharat mentioned, and their dealings with Jada Bharat, who is a Brahmana by nature, completely surrendered and simply dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his protection without holding grudge towards anyone. This is the condition here mentioned in this purport. So what is going on here actually? As a dacoit was there, and because Prabhupada said he is a Sudra, because his work like Sudra, and he ordered his servants. Actually, he wanted to give sacrifice of an animal before goddess Kali, but they did not find, uh, and so then they he sent all his servants to search for a person. Person also should be like animal, it's useless person something. Uh, so when they went for looking after suitable for man animal, and they decided that, and they saw this person Jad Bharat, who was uh, serving to his brothers, and on the order of his brothers, to protect the fields, agriculture fields. So he was just, he mentioned, was deaf. He was not deaf and dumb. He behaved like deaf. He was an intelligent person. He says Prabhupada. So he is a most intelligent person, but he was behaving like. So they thought that he is not a so useful person. So they brought, servants brought this Jad Bharat to the temple of Bhadrakali, where they want to give his sacrifice actually. So we see here how the Sudras mentioned about, because they are ignorant persons actually, full of material desires, and they are worshipping goddess Kali to fulfill their material desires, and their act were sinful actually, because they are not hesitating to kill animal or human person. Animal, they are ready to give narbali, pasubali, anything ready actually. uh, and this is their situation. They are completely in ignorance actually. In Bhagavad Gita also said that Kankshata karmana siddhim yajanta iha devata. One who is of having material desires, to fulfill his fruitive mentality, they go to demigods. Going person in goodness also, passion also, ignorance also. Ignorant person kill the animal, and because of this, they are bereft of the mercy of the Lord. Actually. Krapa vihina. And we see here on the other side, we can see Jada Bharat is free from any material desires completely. Actually, he is liberated from bodily conception itself. He was just maintaining only for food, just to maintain, not more than that, even not for shelter, house, or even for clothes also. And he is full of in transcendental consciousness of his devotional service and working only for food. That too, what his brothers were giving when he was working with for them, broken or warm in heat, warm eaten and burned grains to. And especially he was gifted with Lord's mercy. But one thing was there, he was fully gifted with Lord's mercy. He behaved like a madman, fool, as a deaf and dumb and dull. Even though he was strong as bull, his capacity was very strong person. But and no effect of winter, summer, rainy season, no effect on his body. He was such a person. Still, he acted like that, and they were. He is a krapa siddha person. He is a perfected. He has received the full mercy of the potency of the Lord, and not only received, he has perfected the life. He is on the bhava stage actually. Krapa siddha. Whereas the Sudras were kripa vihina, bereft of mercy. How these dealings are happening with the person who is bereft of mercy with the person? Because the person who is bereft of mercy cannot recognize the person who is receiving the mercy, who received the mercy. That is the point. That ignorant person cannot recognize the advanced person actually. And at Bhava Bhakti stage, he did not protest. Just see, he is capable, full of strength, vigor, and being brought to the temple of the goddess Kali, he was just keeping quiet. This is the another feature we can see. One person, Sudra, another person, and they are bringing this person to kill and give as a sacrifice to the goddess Kali. And another we can see those brothers who engaged his brother Jada Bharat. What is their situation? They were Trivedis. They were knowledge of three Vedas actually, and also, but they were having fruitive mentality to fulfill their concept, and but they were not spiritually enlightened in devotional service. Uh, and Prabhupada very heavily speak about them. They were two-legged animals because they misbehaved with mistreated Jadabhara. They are not, though his brother, but they are not proper. And what we can call them, they are Kripa Udasina. They are not indifferent mercy. They are not interested in mercy. But another we can see the father of Jada Bharata is a fully qualified Brahmana actually. And he is coming from dynasty of Angira, a very great rishi, Angira. And he says his mind and senses are in control. And he studies Vedic literature. He was expert in charity. He was satisfied. He was tolerant. He was very gentle. He was learned and non-envious. His father, Jada Bharat's father. And he was self-realized and also engaged in devotional service. And he was always in trance, samadhi. And he tried his best to train Jada Bharat Brahmanically, giving Gayatri Mantra or training them to how to remain what is called pure, clean, like that. And he was compassionate and very attached to Jada Bharat. So he is advanced in bhakti, not like Jada Bharat. He is a higher stage. So he is a kripa prapt. He has received the mercy. One who is bereft of mercy, Sudras. One who is indifferent to mercy, their brothers. One who is kripa siddha, who is perfected. Not only kripa prapti, then kripa vriddhi, then kripa siddhi. Very, very highly elevated stage is there actually. So, the purpose of Krishna consciousness is to attain Bhava Bhakti, where the Bharat Maharaj is there. This is our goal of life. Everyone's goal is this only. And the point is there to attain Bhava as Jad Bharat has attained. The question comes, how many of us are ready as to act as Jad Bharat? Whatever the Lakshanas have given, that he was learned, but he was deaf and dumb, behaved like that. He was not grudging anyone. He was totally dependent, completely surrendered. He was not trying for his protection. How many years will be ready? Not easy. I think maybe whoever are coming, they may also go away. If this is the situation, actually, because he is completely surrender person. What do you mean? What do you understand by fully surrender person? He is not partly surrender. He was not conveniently surrender, and he was not conditionally surrender. That is the thing we have to. Surrender means fully surrender, completely surrender. Prabhupada mentioned specifically here. So all our advancement depend upon to what extent we take up the surrender. Convenient surrender means if heavy person come, okay, before raise your hands, surrender. Not conditionally. If this, I will surrender. Partly surrender, conveniently surrender, conditionally surrender. This is not fully surrender. There is the difference. According to the level of surrender, we'll get the bhava. This is the situation. And in the fully surrender stage, there is always urgency. Urgency is that is called fully surrender. And it's a fully unconditional. Whatever way Krishna uses us, we are ready. That is a fully surrender stage. And in that stage, one person consider himself very insignificant. Very insignificant. And he has acute realization of his past misdeeds. Very acute he feel about his past misdeeds. What is the situation of fully surrendered person? And he is fully malleable. Whatever way it is to be molded. So, and Krishna establishes religious principles from such persons, through such persons. Pandavas are like that, and Prahlad Maharaj was like that. Haridas Thakur was like that. Kunti Maharani was. These are the highly of fully surrender stage. So, at the one hand, one has to be very insignificant. On the other hand, he is acutely realizing his past misdeeds, and he is feeling urgency and unconditionally, malleably surrender. Situation is okay. It's very difficult. It's not possible. We like. So, how many of us are as good as Jad? As good as father of Jada Bharata, who's a Brahmanical in nature, actually, advanced, recipient of mercy, very advanced person, not ordinary. His qualities, if we hear, no, he is satisfied, tolerant, very gentle, learned, non-envious, and always in trance, uh, and mind and sense control. All these things were there to father of Jada Bharat. This is also very high standard, which at least we have to look for this. We cannot cannot be compromised. Otherwise, there partly surrender, conditionally surrender, convenient surrender is available, but that is not fully surrender position. So even attaining to the level of father of Jada Bharat is also very difficult. Or do we like to be like brothers of Jada Bharat? They are also Trivedis, not ordinary. They were having fruity mentalities, but they were indifferent to the mercy. Kripa udasina, not interested in mercy. And not interested in mercy means not interested in surrender. So, do we like to practice like this? Surely, no one is here acting as Sudras. So, we want to something proceed further actually. So, and Jada Bharat was under the shelter of Lord's interest, Lord's interest properly. Whatever Lord wants, complete safe position. That is the complete safe position. And that is called dependently dependent. Already we are dependent and dependently completely dependent. It's a very rare to attain this situation. And we can see now, you know, निज बल चेष्टा प्रति भरोसा छड़िया तुम्हारे इच्छाए आची निर्भर करी भगति विनोदति दीन अकिंचन तुम्हारे इच्छाए आर जीवन मरण. So, ठाkur sings like this. निज बल चेष्टा प्रति भरोसा चढ़िया. I am not dependent on my bala strength, chesta, my endeavor. निज बल चेष्टा प्रति भरोसा चढ़िया. I don't have any faith on that, मतलब confidence on that. तुम्हारा इच्छा आची निर्भर. Whatever you want, that is my strength. निर्भर. It is very high. So this is exception. This exception is there actually. But there is exception to this. Even though one is not so dependently, but if Lord wants, He can make a person dependently dependent. Just like we can, one can become Kripa Siddha also. It all depends on Lord. Lord is Kripa Sindhu, Kripa Sagara, Daya Sagara, Patita Pavan. Whatever He wants, He can do anything to anyone. Possible. But it's very exceptional. We cannot say to ourselves in exceptional category. Actually, we have to be in normal category. That to understand. Actually, if anybody is exceptional, that can be possible. So, and Lord Lord is always independently independent. If he want, he can give a what to anyone, anything to anyone. No. And he chooses to be independently dependent. He is independent. I want to be a become servant of Arjuna. He can become, or he can become the son of Yasoda. He can become dependent also. He can. He is his choice. His supreme choice. Ah. So, but what is that? Where we stand actually? There are so many things. Seeing how can we achieve this bhava bhakti? What the Jada Bharata has achieved? That is our goal. Goal of Krishna consciousness to achieve bhava bhakti. First, we have to know where we stand and how to proceed to reach to that. And there are different Jada Bharat way, style of Jada Bharat. Shall we go, or which way we have to go? Is hmm. So our journey starts from dependently, tiny independent. We are not dependently dependent. Lord has given us tiny independent. Alpa swatantrata. Lord has given us. We have to utilize it proper actually. And not more. Alpa means tiny independent, not major in big way independence. It is to demigods. They are dependent and little more independent than us because they have been given a services to perform actually. We are not. We are tiny persons. So there are two types of nyaya is there that in the Sri Sampradaya also, I think maybe one can show. And that is there called Markat Nyaya and Marjar Nyaya. So in the Markat Nyaya, it is called monkey, uh, monkey Nyaya, Marjar in a cat. So how to surrender to the Lord actually? Both picture we can see a cat is holding kitten and a monkey is not holding the small monkey. He small monkey holding the mother. This is called a two philosophies how to surrender to the Lord. Here we see Jada Bharat is just that Lord is taking care of everything. I'm not. She will take just like cat is taking, and here the we have to hold it, and then mother like this. So this is how we have to surrender. There are two nyaya is there, and both are in is practice and this. And then we can see in Damodar Lila, there's always two fingers short, but we follow the combination of that. We hold it only for mercy. That's all. Not doing more endeavor that always look for mercy. Always look for mercy. That endeavor we have to. Not that I will achieve this, I will become pure devotee, I will become this, and then I will do this. Let Lord's mercy there. Let Lord's empower me, and I will do it. It's all Lord's mercy only, not my end. What ender I have to do? I have to utilize my little independence to look for mercy and then desire for mercy, experience the mercy and attain the mercy, increase the mercy, perfect the mercy. This is the way. There is nothing else. I am doing this or nothing is there. What we are going to prove? Only improve. That's all. No proving method. Only improve. Krishna consciousness is improving process. If it say that I am going to prove what is the offender, what offender can do? Offender has to surrender first, then he can ask for something. Is the point. We are our journey is very far. Fully surrender stage we have to achieve. And where we stand actually, some pure devotees of Lord, Prabhupada and all spiritual advanced personalities, they glance upon. So that also start with mercy, glancing of mercy. Then one has to receive, take that mercy and prepare oneself to qualify for mercy. That is called Krapa Patri, qualification for receiving mercy. Already one mercy has come. So there are two-way track goes on. One is called causeless mercy of Lord is there. Namna Makari Bauda Nija Sarva Sakti Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kala Etadasi Tava Krapa Bhagavan Mapi Durdeva Midrishamiha. What is Durdeva? I'm not recognizing the mercy. That is Durdeva. That is the substance of that Durdevam. I'm not recognizing the mercy. Then how can I recognize? Then we need a person who is already as in the Kripa zone, we can say. And he, with his association, by his blessings, we can also look for mercy. That is, he make our vision to look for mercy. There's only our vision has to be changed to look for mercy. So that is called descending mercy. It's a combination of causeless mercy and descending mercy has to work. Only causeless mercy is there. I will grab the mercy. Mercy cannot be. It has to be received by the will of the person who has. This is there. So combination of causeless mercy and descending mercy is there actually. So then then by descending mercy, we have to attain that Sravana Dasa, Varana Dasa, Smarana Dasa, and then Smarana Dasa also has a very long list of recollection and then the absorption, meditation, constant remembrance, and trance, and then we become trance. The Brahmana, Jada Bharata father was in trance, and then Sampatti Dasa, then we get the love of. There's the goal is there actually. We have to hear. Yeah, we have to hear from a person who is already whatever level he is maybe there, but he is focused on mercy. From such person, then our what has to happen, our focus also go on mercy only, nothing else. That's all. I'm doing this, I'm achieving this, nothing else. I am we have to attract the mercy of Vaishnava. Out of these two, attracting the mercy of the Lord and mercy of the Vaishnava, which is easier? Easier is of Vaishnava because we can see face to face, we can interact with them, and they are interact with us. That is easy. But Lord, one way only we see because we cannot because they trained us to see both way. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam sadve bhajam, it will come afterwards. First they have to give the vision to look for mercy. So this is the way. So then they prepare us for Kripa Prapti, qualifying for mercy by descending mercy. Then they make us prepare us to pray for mercy. This is Prabhupada says, Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmani isware bhavtat. Right? This is our purpose. When we pray, because he inculcate the desire. Unless desire is there, we will not pray. And that has to be pray every day. It's one incident is there that Prabhupada was telling that Uttam Adhikari never fall down. And after giving the class, he went to Lordship and pray, Lord, please don't allow me to fall. Other person, some devotee heard, Prabhupada, you told in class that Uttam Adhikari never fall down. Yes, because I pray every day, that's why I will not. So prayer is very for mercy. So one become Krapa Abhilashi, desire for mercy has to. Then one has to beg for mercy. Ainanda Danuja Kingaram Paditamam Visame Bhavam Buddho Krapaya Tava Pada Pankajistita Duli Sadisam, which in Krapaya is considered dust particle in your. Only thing is that beg for mercy and experience the mercy. Anubhuti. This is This is the path has given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, easy path. Otherwise, if one want, they can go as Jada Bharat path, no problem. Not easy. If you go by father's path, it's also not easy. Only this is the path given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is the easiest in whatever given. So then then insignificant we feel our insignificant position and our uh, realization of past misdeed, and we rectify, and we tolerate it, rectify, repent for it, and reset, and again amanina amanadena trinadapi sunichena tarorapi all this is goes on a very high speed way actually. So then we feel dependent actually, then we feel dependent. And after this bhava is a called Kripa Siddhi, Kripa Murti. That's why Prabhupada is called Krishna Kripa Murti. It's a personification of mercy. That's, it's a long way to go actually. But we have to start somewhere. And is the complete path is given to us. Actually, so mercy cannot be grabbed, as we said. Eh? It is the will of Lord. According to one level of surrender, divine knowledge comes to our heart. Divyagan, Hriday, Prakasi. According to our surrender. Actually. And because there is a different understanding of Sarva Dharma and Parityajya. So the surrender process is given. अनुकूल्यस्य संकल्प प्रतिकूल्यस्य वर्जनम रक्षिषिति तो विश्वास गोप्तृत्व वर्णम तथा आत्म निक्षेप कार्पण्य षड्विधा शरणागति. There is a two orders are there available to us. Bhakti Vinod Thakur gives order of Dainya first. He is coming reverse way. Then Atma Nivedana second. Then Goptruptva Varnam third. Rakshishiti fourth. And then Pratikulasya Varjanam fifth and Anukulasya Sankalpa. Prabhupada has not started like he started with Anukulasya Pratikulasya, do's and don'ts. But do's, Anukulasya, chant every day, hear, worship Lord, take prasadam, have association of, all are Anukulasya. Sankalpa, Sankalpa is a very long journey, not. And Pratikulasya Varjanam, poor don't, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. So he has given do's and don'ts, but these are starting points. Advanced stages are for this are which we are not going to. So why Prabhupada started? Because who in this material, in this present stage, if you say become dainya, who will ready? Who is ready? Who will be ready? Somewhere some has to be started. That's a Mahavadanyata. Some compassion, somewhere something has to be started. Actually, order is like this. But when persons who are born in India, no need, they can go by Danya principle. Ainanda tanuja kingaram paditam maham visme bhavam buddho. So the cycle goes like this. Trinadapi tu ainanda, Trinadapi ainanda, Trinadapi ainanda, like that. Rotational has to be. One has to come to that Dainya principles. Without coming to Dainya and Atma Nivedana is a complete surrender. And in the even in the Anukulyasya Pratikulyasya, we are in the beginning stage. It has to go to Trinadapi Sunichena. Then only Dainya principle has. Start with little gratitude, little humility. Trinadapi, little. But it has to go to become genuinely grateful, genuinely humble. That is called Dainya principle. And it has to go through Trinadapi Tarораpi Amanina Amanadena Nadanam Najanam Ainanda Tanuja Kinkara. Again, not Dainya, come back. Trinadapi Tarораpi come back. Have I become Kinkaram? No. Patitam. Go ahead. Yes. Rotation. How to what extent we have to rotate? It's in our capacity. Static or dynamic. Krishna consciousness is dynamic. Practice it. We want to become fully surrender, we have to be ready for dynamic way. If we are okay, this lifetime, okay, just for preparation one level, then next level, next lifetime. It's up to us. Choices. Things are going on. It is nothing, no problem at all. It's only time. This lifetime or many life. That's all. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Please for any question, any comment.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, जय श्री प्रभु। धन्यवाद प्रभु क्लास देने के लिए। प्रभु मैं हिंदी में पूछना चाहता हूँ।
कुछ
प्रभु इसमें डाकों के सरदार ने संतान के लिए काली माता के लिए बलि का इसमें जो कहा गया वो तमोगुनी कहा गया। तो मैं क्षमा चाहता हूँ कि रामायण में भी दशरथ महाराज ने भी पुत्र कामेष्टि के लिए भी पुत्र कामेष्टि यज्ञ किए, उसमें बलि दिए हैं। तो इन दोनों में कुछ अंतर
ऐसा तो
बताइए।
हमने सुना नहीं। देखिए, एक चीज है, पहले जो बुद्ध भगवान आए थे, उनका आने का कारण यही था कि पहले के जो ब्राह्मण थे बहुत प्योर थे, हर किसी की पशु बलि देते थे, तो उसका नेक्स्ट लाइफ को कैसा है उनका हाथ में, उनके पावर था। मगर आप किसी के भले के लिए उसका बलि देके उसका अच्छा जीवन भी बना रहे हो, तो वो कर सकते थे। परंतु हम अपने खाने के लिए बलि दे रहे, वो नहीं कर सकते। ये लोग लोग क्या करते हैं, कंसेशन को उसको ज्यादा यूज कर लेते हैं, वहां पे फंस जाते हैं। समझ में होता था, बलि ऐसा रिकमेंडेड है, मगर वो उनका उनके उत्थान के लिए, उसको आगे ले जाने के लिए करते थे, नॉट कि हम हमारे फायदे के लिए करते। तो लोग क्या करते हैं, कोई भी चीज देते रहे, भाई आइए, आप आइए मंदिर में, आप सेवा कीजिए, आप कीजिए। आने वाले को हम यूज करने लग जाए तो क्या हो गया, हम यूज कर ले रहे, जैसे समझे, हमारे लिए यूज कर। हम लोगों को बुला रहे किस लिए, भगवान को यूज में आओ, और आने के बाद हमारे यूज में आ जाओ। ये क्या हो गया, ये इसका मिस यूज हो गया ना, हुआ नहीं हुआ मिस यूज।
थैंक यू प्रभु।
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So Bharat Maharaj left his kingdom, he went to the forest. So he worshipped the deity of Narayana. He did a lot of sadhana. Then how did he attain this bhava stage? By sadhana or kripa?
देखिए, भावा स्टेज में आने के बाद, इन द भावा स्टेज, वी आर completely in the internal potency of the Lord. Not to worry, Lord will take care of us. First we have to go to bhava. That is our main point is there, because Lord is taking care of that person. That's all. Bhava stage here. How is Jada Bharata remembering the life of deer in the body of deer? How he is remembering the, as a Bharat Maharaj? He was Bharat Maharaj. It's Lord's mercy only, no? Can we remember what is our past life? How we are? We cannot remember. So we are not in the internal potency of the Lord. Yeah.
To attain this bhava stage was just sadhana or only kripa? Prabhu? To attain that bhava stage in the first life.
What is shown? Our attempt is to look for mercy. That is our attempt. That is our sadhana. Why we are chanting? To please the Lord, so that He can be merciful upon us. He is a Karuna Sindhu, Daya Sagar, Patita Pavan, Mahavadanya. He is going to be merciful. But we cannot say that I have done this much, you have to give mercy now. It's His will. We have to depend on His will. Lord will be pleased by our behavior.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, I have to more than what